Now, Xiaoming actually gave an update to the readers, which explains what actually happened during Sigi's betrayal and declared the age of robots will now begin, which of course we actually knew that the Eden Zero group has now made it out of the Sakura cosmos and made it into the Irie cosmos in order to find Mother, which we headed back over to Eden Zero, where everybody actually were amazed about the ocean in space, which is actually incredible. But they actually realize they're actually wonder how they're gonna find Mother somewhere. But then we saw Sister Ivory and Witch are actually talking about Siggy's betrayal and their objective, but Witch's goal is to get them to outer space, no matter where they actually be. But they actually have no memory of where they actually are lost because their memories was erased during the time that they were actually was there. But we actually knew how they're gonna get to their first location in the Aoi cosmos, which they actually headed towards the the red cave known as the Fire Planet, in which they're actually going to find a clue to get to Mother, by which we actually knew how they going to find it. But they actually have found out about Poseidon Nero, which is the Cosmos' own dragon, by which he's also one of the Horatio Saints Galaxia, which they actually are well known. But he actually been called the Emperor by everyone, in which he actually has the ultimate authority, which he outranks every monarch or president in the cosmos. So they actually have to be careful not to run into him, by which they actually made it to the Fire Planet Red Cave. Meanwhile, in the Interstellar Union Army, we actually saw Justice, Victory, and Creed are actually talking about how they cannot find Ares, but they actually knew they were actually will find her. By which they're actually impressed how Eden Zero have beaten Dragon Joe. But we actually will soon learn that they actually have a message from General Jaguar. Sorry, yeah, Jaguar, their colonel, which they actually will actually have Victory and Creed to step out while he actually talking to Justice because of the prayer council, because they actually knew they're actually going to have a meeting with the rest of the members, knowing the fact that they actually are they cannot actually wait for the meeting to actually happen next week, but they decided to go ahead and start anyway, which we actually see the members of the Horatio States Interstellar, which is including Justice and Jaguar. We see Cure, Holy, and Feather and Eraser, which they all are actually there, which we've seen their appearance for the first time, which they actually will knew how Justice will find Elsie because she actually took everything away from him, just like how Drake and Joe have taken everything away from Weiss. So we actually will see how he will capture Elsie, but we actually saw the crew made it to Red Cave, which they actually saw everything had became ocean. So we actually see how they're going to start their adventure at Red Cave. So we actually saw the members of the Prayer Council for the first time, which Justice and Jaguar is actually one of them. But we actually saw the Eden Zero crew made it into the Red Cave, known as the Fire Planet. So we actually going to see what adventures they'll be inside of the cave and what villain is going to show up there on the next chapter next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the manga chapter. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy joining here saying sign out. Laters and be safe.